guys, welcome to POMCLOSET. Today I'm going to crochet a very simple blouse which you can wear with a bikini set or you can wear it as a top. We will need first of all the 100% cotton yarn from Hobby. I'm using the white color for this tutorial because I need to complete the orders for the customers, and the color is 01, which is very white. The needle you will need is 2.5 to, I would say, to 4 mm crochet hook or the knitting needles, so you can use both. For 150 gram, which is 1 skein of yarn, it's the length 150 meter approximately. You can wash these by hand or the machine. We will also need the crochet hook, which is this one. It's 4 mm crochet hook, which I normally use for the 4-ply cotton. I also need one of the crochet hook, which is slightly bigger, to make the strings. You will also need the yarn needles, a pair of cutters, some stitch markers, and the tape measure. To begin with, I need to explain this pattern in 4 sizes, which is S, M, L, and XL. It's my old design for POMCLOSET. This design is still selling. Also, I have adjusted some of the pattern. So I have calculated the size S I will need each of the bra size for the length of 8.5 inches, for M 9 inches, for L 10 inches, and for XL 11 inches per bra. I'm gonna show you one side of the work, and then you will have to repeat the other side. So very simple, very basic. I have the size chart here. The size chart for S, I would say here's the bust, 34 inches, 36, 38, 40. This is the measurements of the bust for S, M, L, and XL. And as I've mentioned, we will need the measurement for one of the bra. So this is the pattern of only one side of the bra, and the other side will be exactly the same measurement. To begin with, as I'm making this for custom order, so I'm gonna create the M size. And for S, you will need to change 19, for M chain 21, for L chain 23, XL chain 25. I need to chain up to 21 stitches by leaving the end. For sewing, always slip knot, chain 21, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And for this 21 chain, it should work up to 5 inches. 4.5 stitches is 1 inch. So this is around 5 inches. After 21 stitches, you need to chain 1 and then do the single crochet on the second stitch from the hook to count as the first stitch, and the rest you need to do single crochet until the last stitch. Here's the last stitch, and the stitch is still remaining 21 stitches for size M. For other sizes, you will still have 19 for S, 23 for L, and 25 for XL. For row 2, you need to chain 1, turn the work, and do the single crochet on the second chain from the hook, like this, and do single crochet all the way down to the last stitch, and the stitches should still remain the same as row 1. And after the end of the row 2, you will need to repeat row 2. For, I would say, for size S, as I have worked it out, I will go for 12 rows for size S. 14 rows for M, 16 rows for L, 18 rows for XL. So for me, I'm making size M, so I will do the total of 14 rows. Here is my 14 rows for size M. After that, you will need to chain 1, turn the work, I'm still repeating this row until the last stitch. And here is at the end of row 15. This time I'm not going to turn the work because I need to work downwards to the other side here. So by doing that on the last stitch, you will need to do one more single crochet in the same stitch. This is for all sizes for this corner. And the rest on each of these rows you need to go for single crochets until the last stitch. So you should end up having the same amount of numbers on the side. Size M, my stitches on this part here, which is like this, should be 21 stitches still. On the side should still remain 14 stitches. And don't forget to do one single crochet in the same stitch on the last stitch of this row. For other sizes, that would be, for example, size S, that would still be row 13. It's going to be row 13 on this section, and size L should be row 17 because you need to do 16 rows, and size XL, that would be row 19. And then after that, for all sizes, I would call this is the first row round this piece. And then the second row you need to chain 1, turn the work, and do the single crochet on the second stitch, and just continue doing the single crochet all the way around until this end. And then repeat. For size S, I will go for 15 rows, M also 15, L for 17, XL for 20 rows. Because my stitches work out like 4.5 stitches for 1 inch. This section here, what I'm making, it will be around half of the one bra cup. So just bear in mind, this is how you work out the stitches. If you end up having like 4.5 stitches, like mine, because I'm using the 4-ply cotton, and it should work out like all these stitches. So I have done this for you guys. If you're using the other type of yarn which slightly thicker, so you need to follow all the instruction of the measurements here, and you will end up having the same shape. After that, I will continue on this section. You don't need to do like 2 single crochet together at the corner. What we did was only on this first row. The rest of the rows you just need to go for the single crochets all the way around to the last stitch, and then chain 1, turn the work, repeat row 2. For size M, I will go for 15 rows. So I'm done 15 more rows on this part here. As I have mentioned, you don't need to add any extra stitches except the first row when we did the row, I would say that would be row 15 for size M on this one, and then you count up to 15 rows for this size. For the other sizes I have already mentioned. And after you complete one side, so do one more piece of these to make the other bra cup, and then we will get back to do the other part. I have done another bra cup which looks exactly the same for this state, so we need 2 of them. And for the next row we will need to turn one of the bra cup to the opposite side like this. So you will have one for the left side and one for the right bra. They are actually the same pattern, but For the next row after this, we will need to work on the right side of the bra cup. So I would say this is the right side of my right hand side, and this is the right side of my left hand side. So leave them like this because we need to work on this next row. For the next row, we need to work on the right side for both bra. I'm gonna start from my right hand side, that would be the left bra. Next row, that would be the first section and the second section, 29 rows. For the next one, for size M, I would just go for the fan or the shell stitch, which means you need to skip 1, 2, go to the third one and do 5 double crochets on the same stitch. 3, 4, 5. Then skip 2, slip stitch on the third stitch. Skip 2 stitches, go to the third one and do 5 more double crochets on this stitch to create the shell or the fan stitches, the fan pattern. So I have 5 double crochets, skip 2 stitches, go to the third one and slip stitch. I will continue doing this until I get to the last stitch. So far I have done 5 of these fans, and on the last section I only have 5 stitches left, so I'm gonna work out these last shells by I skip 1, go to the second one, and then do 5 double crochets on this stitch. So you will have to equal the stitches. So here's 5 double crochet on the last stitch. I'm just gonna go for slip stitch. So I will end up having 6 of this shell. For size S, I think you will have around 5 of these. For size L, you will have around 7. Size XL, you have around 8. And then just leave it like this for now. We need to do the other side. So make sure you work it on the right side. So you can see here's the right side. And the wrong side would be, it's not going to look that nice. So I would leave my right, I would say this is left bra, and do the other side. On the other side, I will need this pattern to be also on the right side. On this bra, I have started from the top right, but on this one, I will start doing the shell stitches, shell pattern from the bottom right. So you know what I mean, we need the shells to be facing us. So I will repeat the other bra cup by skip 2, go to the third one, do 5 double crochets in the same stitch. So here's 4, 5, skip 2 stitches, go to the third one, slip stitch. So basically just exactly the same as the other bra cup, but I have started from the bottom right because I want the shell stitches to be facing us, so that when we wear it, they're gonna show on the right side. And I'm done the other bra cup, so you can see both of them are on the right side. We just have to start from one from the top right and one from the bottom right to get the right sides of this shell. After that, I will continue from, I'll leave the yarn on the left side like this, and on the right side I will have to cut off the yarn to start from the top right again. And that would be the last row of this work. I need to reconnecting the yarn on my top right. Tie the yarn, put the yarn through. This would be the first stitch of the 5 double crochets. I will chain 1, move on to the next stitch, single crochet, chain 3, back to the 3rd chain from the hook, and do the slip stitch. The next stitch on the shell stitch here, single crochet, chain 3, go to the 3rd chain from the hook, slip stitch, move on to the next stitch, single crochet, chain 3, 3rd chain from the hook, and you need to slip stitch. And on the last stitch here, you need to do single crochet. So the total would be 5 double crochets. So we have the 1st and the 5th single crochet, and the 3 in the middle, you need to do the picot stitch. Move on to the next shell. The first one would be single crochet, second one single crochet, chain 3, 3rd chain from the hook, slip stitch, next stitch single crochet, chain 3, 3rd chain from the hook, slip stitch, next stitch single crochet, chain 3, 3rd chain from the hook, slip stitch, next stitch single crochet. So you need to repeat these for all of these shells. So 1, 2, 3, 4 more. I will do the other 4 and also repeat the other side. By repeating the other side, you will need to first of all cut off the yarn and reconnecting the yarn from the bottom right, because I want both bra to be facing the right side, not the wrong side. So do exactly the same as on the other bra cup, and you start working from the first shell from the bottom right and then upwards. Now the 2 bra cups are done, one for the left side and one for the right side, and I still have the yarn left on both of them. So the first one, I still have the ends here, which I will go for 3 chains in the middle, and then we need to connect to the other side on the last stitch where you're starting the shells stitch. Do slip stitch, chain 1, cut off the yarn. I will go for this much, I would say, let me check. It's around 8 inches, so we need to weave this in later, or you can actually do it now. Get the yarn needles and put the yarn through like this. So you see the middle part where the 2 cups are, between the 2 cups. You can insert the yarn through the first of these picots here, and then you need to yarn over to the other side, to the other picot, just to close up these gaps between the 2 bras. Do it one more time, and I think it's probably not too wide. I will do the 2 of these picot, so the middle part of between the 2 bras is not too wide, and then weave in all the ends, hide them somewhere, as well as the other ends. But before I do that, I need to show you here. So that would be the right bra cup. So this is the right side of the twos. So you know what I mean, the rows before the end. We need to make sure that we work from the right side, not the wrong side, both of them. Now, as I still have the yarn left on my left hand side, so I need to continue from here by doing the single crochet all the way down to the last stitch. This is for all sizes. I will continue doing the single crochet all the way down to the last stitch. After you reach the last stitch here, turn to this side, that would be the underneath of the breast, and then do single crochet all the way down, and then do the 3 single crochet on these 3 chains that we have just done, and the rest do the single crochets till you get to this corner, and repeat the other side as well. After that, cut off the yarn, and then we will get back to do the strings. So I have done the side or the edging by using only single crochet stitches all the way round the bra from this side on the bottom of the underbreast part and up to on this side. So very simple. Now we need to do the strings. By doing the strings, very easy. You need to grab the 2 strands of yarn. So I will use 2 ends and use the bigger size of the crochet hook. Say 4 mm, but it's slightly bigger than the one that I use for 1 strand of yarn. And just pull them. For the length of, I will go for 2 meters. So I need 4 strands to work on these strings. After that, you will need to use the crochet hook to go through one of these corners, like this, on this corner, and at the top left, pull the yarn through and just change. You need to change up to where the ends of the other 2 ends of yarn. The length of the straps should be around 20 to 23 inches long. If you need longer, you can pull the yarn for the longer length. So I will continue doing these for 4 sides. Alright, and the bras or the bikini tops is finished. I have done the 4 strings and weave in all the ends. So it's very simple. To make sure you have done the right size of what you need. For size S, M, L, XL I have already mentioned. And you can count like on the side here the measurement. I have for size S I have 6, M 6.4 inches, L 7, XL 8.4 inches. So by using the number of the rows from this section plus this section and divide it by 4.5, so you will get the measurement of the side here. If you have the numbers of the stitches more than mine or the less than mine, you need to make sure that you have the right number of the measurement underneath on this section here. I have mentioned 8.5 inches for 1 bra. So this part to this part, you will get like 8.5, 9 inches, 10 inches, 11 inches. Depends on the size. And on this section here, on the last 2 rows, where you did the fan stitches, also the picot stitches on top of the fans, you will have the measurement of 1 inch. So make sure you work it out like correctly. For example, 8.5 inches, I have done size M, so I should have 9 inches on this section, and I deducted 1 inch away to do the edging on this part. We have 8 inches on this section plus 1 inch on this. That will make up to 9 inches for size M. For the other sizes, make sure you have 1 inch here and the rest for the right size of these numbers I have mentioned. And you can wear this top with any items of your choice. You can wear this with the bikini bottom, the short skirt, or anything that you can style off. And I really hope you like the tutorials. It's a simple top, very easy to make. You can use any colors, or you can even mix the colors. If you have any questions, don't forget to leave them underneath where the comment section down below. And please like, share, subscribe to my channel so I can produce more of the video like this. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.